Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Ching Lin. This is Michael Buckoff, your TOEFL instructor. So let's take a look at the essay that you submitted here at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL test. So the question is, people have different ways of escaping stress and difficulties of modern life. Some read, some exercise, others work in their gardens. What do you think are the best ways of reducing stress? Use specific details and examples in your answer. Okay, you say, people cannot omit the stress and difficulties in their daytime because they are parts of their lives. However, the negative elements may affect people's work and make them turn worse. Therefore, people should throw them away, not throw away them, and keep themselves in a happy environment. In my opinion, I think the best ways to release, I would say stress there, to release stress are do exercise, listen to music, and watch something comedy. I would change that to say are doing exercise, listening to music, and watching something funny, not comedy. At first, I would choose to do some exercise to release myself if I feel stressed. For example, play basketball. I'd probably change that to playing basketball. When I'm doing some exercises, I can shift my attention and help my brain not to keep on thinking the difficulties easily, because I must focus on the sports which I'm doing if I want to play it well. During I am playing basketball. Now you can't say during there. During is a preposition which introduces an object. You could say while I am playing basketball, or when I play basketball. All my thinking are how to beat the enemy, so I forget the stresses, get a low scores in class, maybe easily. You're having a lot of vocabulary, a lot of grammar, a lot of word choice issues that make it difficult for you to express your ideas in writing right now. Let's keep going. You say, next for me, listening to the music, especially the lyric music, is a good way to drive stresses away. I don't know what you mean by lyric music. What does that mean there? I mean, lyric kind of means the words to the music. Are you saying listening to the music but also paying attention to the words or the lyrics of the music? You say the reason is that I think music can touch the soul and clean it, and I feel peaceful after listening to music, you need to say. For example, I will choose one song every time I feel sad. After listening to it, I would say, not after listen, I feel I was crying during the song and everything is going to be okay. Finally, if I feel there are many stresses in my life now, I will choose to watch some comedy programs. The most time I will choose is movie. I think you might want to say here, most of the time I choose movies. Since laughter is a strong power to fight the negative emotions, I can laugh many times while watching comedy movies, so that the stresses I meet will leave the way. To sum up, when I feel stresses, I would choose to do some exercise, listen to music, and watch some comedy events to fight. Okay, let's talk about what's good. What's good is you understand how to organize your writing, definitely. What's bad is you have too many vocabulary and too many grammatical problems, which make it even difficult for me to understand your ideas. So what you need to do, it's easy. Actually, it's hard, but it's simple to follow my advice, but hard to achieve the result. But you need to go back to step one, which is vocabulary. You don't have enough vocabulary to do the TOEFL writing. So when you go back to step one, particularly you want to focus in the vocabulary lesson 3 and vocabulary lesson 4, which will help you to improve your vocabulary base so that you have the words that you need to help express your ideas. So organizationally you're pretty good, but in terms of your grammar, your vocabulary, not so good. So on a scale, I think if if we're looking at a score of 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, I think that you're probably going to score between 2.0 and 3.0 out of 5, I think, on the TOEFL iBT independent writing task. There are simply too many problems with vocabulary and grammar to allow this paper to move higher. But good job. You worked hard. Go back to vocabulary, the step 1, and it takes about 4 to 8 weeks to master all the words in that lesson, but that's really what you need to do, is go back to that step and learn the words in those lessons, and then it'll make it much easier for you when you're doing your speaking and your writing lessons.